Revelio.
What are you up to now?
Over here.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not... This way. There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised. How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named
Revelio.
the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. Again. I should tell you. I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between... He never confides in anyone, but he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
I know Ominous. Met him in our common room. I've noticed he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Of course. Ominous spoke to me about his family when we first met. To say that he has no love lost for them is an understatement.
Glad you understand. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and eat...
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic. But you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely. It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
You're getting it. Ready to act? Out. Stick to the targets, though. Best
Revelio.
Intact. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses.
Confringo!
Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
That's it.
I think I've got
Well
it.
done.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. To this day.
This is exactly the type of magic I've been hoping to learn.
There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous about every one. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what...
I shall look forward to it. I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. Might it have something to do with Victor Rookwood? He didn't mistake you for someone else at all in Hogsmeade, did he?
Nothing gets past you. I'll tell you what I can. Rookwood and Ranrock are trying to recover something they think I took from a vault in Gringotts.
Gringotts? When were you there?
Professor Fig and I wound up there after the dragon attack. There was this portkey that...
A portkey? To Gringotts?
Well, it's all a bit convoluted.
I'm listening.
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of the secret Undercroft. You can trust me.
All right. I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic? And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying archaic forms of magic for ages. Perhaps we can help each other. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock, spend as much time here as you... And remember, when I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello, Ominous. I was just heading to our common room.
I've recognized that voice. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and then suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one stumbles upon that room. Sebastian told you, didn't he? You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster. I am not afraid.
Trust me, Ominous. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Spare a moment? I could use your help.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about...
That's nice to hear.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case you are You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
Well, they seem innocent, but their tongues can be most disturbing.
Exactly. I wish, regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be...
I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumour has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, say a bit of an
Very well. Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing. Revelio.
Do you think anyone has found every secret passage in Hogwarts? Wouldn't surprise me if new ones popped up again. Oh dear.
Expelliarmus.
In trouble for this.
Confringo. Revelio.
Peeves was in a mood the other day.
Handy resource indeed, your field.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient. It was before I invented flu.
Revelio. 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 Incendio. These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling. Incendio! This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. Revelio! Incendio! Revelio! Devil's Snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light. Lumos! Revelio! Lumos! Incendio! Revelio! Lumos! Whoa! Expelliarmus! Lumos! Accio! Incendio! Lumos! Incendio! Lumos! Seems the Devil's Snare was protecting a chest of some kind. Incendio! Lumos. I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacula would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery. Incendio! Lumos. Revelio. Revelio.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery?
Hello, Dun.
That I appreciate you.
Of course.
This'll Thank you again. Thank you for all of your help. No more puffskein dunking for me.
Afraid of a staircase? Hoo-hoo! How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. 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 Excellent.
Sharp is so intimidating.
How are your assignments coming along?
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Good. You should be ready to learn to pulso. Let's see what you can do. Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander. You've got it now. If you... Well done. I'm glad to see that you seem staunchly determined to master your spellcasting.
Revelio.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. I received a flurry of messages from Professor Black's house elf, Scrope.
Scrope sent you messages?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. He asked me to meet him and then told me to take the toast.
Why would you want to take toast?
To a cave under the lake. That's where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
To think it was beneath us all this time. Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the Portkey and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
Lumos.
Is that all?
Reduction!
Incendio!
Confringo! Reduction!
Potato! Incendio! Gotcha! Confringo!
Confringo!
There you are! Potato!
You haven't got... Reduction!
Now you can...
Stop that!
Revelio.
So better not be. You made him. Afraid to take a hit, are you?
Incendio. Revelio.
It's been ages since I've... Oh, the anthem.
Capulso.
What's you like a streeler? That's all Gavlan felt of the something to poach.
Revelio.
Thinking in terms of good and evil seems I scared up.
These rocks have seen better days. Depulso. Confringo. Protego. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Feels like I've been...
Revelio.
Betting on the dragon fight was the best decision I've made yet.
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
The Ministry ought to relax their feelings towards that dark arts.
Tell you what I'm thinking. I'm gonna steal something.
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Crancroft.
Revelio. Who lived here, I wonder? Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Confringo! Revelio. That's that. Settled. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Over here.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way.
Revelio.
And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our...
I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
Quickly now.
Revelio.
Stay hidden and cast Petrificus
Totalus.
Hardest day.
Well done.
Revelio.
There must be something here. Ramrock said so.
If only I could get my hands on Fig.
There must be something here. Ramrock said so.
Petrificus Totalus.
There must be something here. Ramrock said so. You haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make.
Revelio. Petrificus Totalus.
moment.
Confringo! Revelio. Oh. Oh. Revelio. Confringo! Capulso! Lumos!
Lumos!
Levioso! Lumos! Revelio. Incendio. Levioso. Incendio. Accio. Revelio.
Percival Rackham's first to solve. This is where things get a... Go up the stairs on the right and investigate the magic on the floor at the top. Percival Rackham's first trial consists of a...
Ramrock said so.
Directly from... Orders.
Blood.
Accio. Revelio. Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
I will draw blood. Rather unwise coming back this way. Not quite. Was that your best? I've been fighting since before you were born.
Many goblins have always been antagonistic. But this is different somehow. I'm glad that's over. Let's head inside.
Revelio.
Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked. An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Revelio. Revelio.
I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries.
Welcome to Sanbakar's Tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sambakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter, though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Command it to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber.
Of a few fairly complex puzzles with a pretty tough boss fight at the end, which took me a couple of
A
attempts, to be
reservoir of
honest.
ancient magic.
So this video is going to show
Downstairs,
you how
near
to
the
complete
entry.
Rackham's first trial in Hogwarts Legacy, and will also give you some combat tips for how to take down the final Guardian. Once you've made short work of the goblins that are protecting the tower, you'll once again meet Percival Rackham to begin your first trial. After his dialogue is finished, you can now go and find the secret entrance, which is on the bottom floor of the tower. From here, the first part is really simple. To make the bridge appear, you just need to go down the steps to the left and investigate. Then you'll be able to go back up and cross it. In the next room, there will be another bit of magic for you to investigate, which will open up a portal behind you, which again is nice and simple. This will take you to your first set of enemies, which are some pretty standard protectors and sentinels. And as you can see, this fella didn't stand a chance. I love that animation, by the way. It's very, very cool. Anyway, after you defeat them, you can go to the back of the room and find the first puzzle that you need to solve. This is where things get a little tricky, as you'll need to use your Accio spell to get around. But also, you need to navigate between two different dimensions of sorts. So firstly, use Accio to bring the platform to you, then use it again on the center to take you there. Now you can go to the right and pull yourself onto this platform. On the floor here is some magic for you to investigate, which will unlock a portal in front of you. This also unlocks a pathway behind the door for you to now explore. What's confusing is that the room through the portal is seemingly a dead end and only has a crate in which you can loot. So simply grab the item and then come back out. Now you can use the same platform to get behind the portal and carry on, after collecting all the items around this area, of course. Behind here, you're going to have to fight some more statues, which aren't too difficult, so you shouldn't have any problems. After they've been dealt with, you're faced with your second puzzle to complete, which, as expected, is a little harder than the first. What you need to do is go up the stairs on the right and investigate the magic on the floor at the top. Then pull the platform over to you and investigate the magic that appears on that. This will open up a portal below you, which reveals the other half of the room that you're in. What you can now do is go through the archway from both sides and be in a different version of the room each time. It sounds complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it will all make sense. If you go through the back of the archway, the bridge in the room will actually disappear, allowing you to drag the platform to the other side of it. From here, you need to make sure that the platform is actually on the other side of the bridge, so the way I did this is by going up the stairs on the right again and dragging it towards me, then jumping on it and dragging myself over to this far corner. Once the platform is in place, go back through the portal from the front this time, and it will reveal the bridge again. Now go back up onto the bridge and drag the platform over to you. Then all that's left to do is drag yourself from the bridge to the exit. This will take you to your next challenge, which again is a group of pensive protectors and sentinels, which you should be very used to dealing with by now. Make quick work of these and move on to your final puzzle. This one took me a little while to figure out, but once you get it, it's actually really simple. Drag the platform over to this middle section here and climb down. Then look through the portal and use Accio to pull this other platform as close as you can. Now drag the other platform back over to you and use it to hop through the portal onto the other one. This will allow you to then drag yourself all the way over to the exit on the other side. And now it's time for the big boss fight to end it all. If you follow the marker to this section, you'll be faced with another group of pensive protectors to take out, which seems fine at first until you actually defeat them all, only to reveal the true boss. The pensive guardian is a much tankier opponent who has some pretty hard-hitting attacks. What makes this fight a bit harder as well is that you need to alter how you fight him due to the nature of his offense. You can go ahead and hit him with all of your best spells, including your ancient magic, and it will do a lot of damage, but if he charges up an orb and you don't destroy it, there's no way of evading it. When you see him charging one of these up, it'll actually be a specific color, so make sure to pay close attention to that. Whatever color the orb is correlates to what kind of spell you need to use to destroy it. So you need to have a good variety of them at your disposal, ready to use. As soon as he charges one of them up, use one of those specific spells, it doesn't matter which one, and it'll explode the orb in his face, not only causing damage to him, but also preventing you from being hit. So now you can block or evade all of his attacks. This fight becomes a lot easier.
Revelio. 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 I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section. Impressive. That must have done something. Best have a look around. Revelio. Revelio. More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different. These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time. Potato! Accio! Incendio! Capola! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Lumos! Confringo! Revelio! Revelio. These look familiar. Accio. statues. Accio! Easy on me. Revelio! Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides. What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different. need to see how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the... I'll never get used to these floors. Revelio. see what's changed on each side of this archway. Revelio. What a relief. Revelio. Another pensive.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here. Revelio! More crystallized stone. That must be...
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir, and this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of San Bakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ranrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Serona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out.
My studies. Yes, sir.
Before you go...
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them. Revelio. Revelio. I should ask Sirona at the Three Broomsticks about the goblin she was talking to the day of the troll attack. Revelio.
Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before. Deke thinks you should be proud of all the progress.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Can't imagine how I'd have felt as a boy.
Revelio.
Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Hello, Mr.
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spint Witches. Apologies if you came. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my... And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. Got a few rare U-weavers available. Wind-wisps too.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
What are we looking for today? That item is of the highest quality. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Thanks for stopping by. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the you seem to be a flyer who might be interested in...
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you... I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect it. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl. I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
That sounds intriguing.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while, if I'm right. The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
My older brothers were all taught.
Revelio.
Oh, Black hadn't cancelled it. We wouldn't be looking for the bug. If it isn't Slytherin's newest broom talent.
Hello, Imelda.
Did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. The nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness? You've barely started flying from what I know. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with Clopton.
I don't know what people have said, but I certainly wasn't showing off.
Tell that to the rest of the school. But it doesn't matter. Everyone knows that class is only for beginners, troublemakers, and bum. But for some reason, now people think you're competition. Ugh, I can't be having that.
Perhaps I am competition.
You can't be what passes for Slytherin these days. Ragged old hat's dropping its standards. I hold one of the fastest times on this course. Let's see. Slytherin versus Slytherin.
Actually, why?
I'm so looking forward.
Success. Brilliant. Could have done better. This is rather fun.
not. You must have cheated. Ugh! Fine. You won. Don't think this is over. You can't determine skill from one single trial.
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but you're still going to have to prove yourself if you want to earn my respect.
Challenge accepted then.
Perhaps you have what it takes after all. We shall see. But don't get your hopes up. The next course near Irondale offers a much tougher challenge. You can try to... Just check in at the...
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Oh, you're back! With something to report, I hope?
Mr. Weeks.
Incredible! Miss Ray's must have been...
A little turbulent, and it's one... I will say that it tended to drift a bit to the left on certain turns. Heard a slight...
Oh, thank you. That's precisely what I needed to know. Drifted, eh? I shall get to work immediately. Even the naysayers will be forced to admit that my work...
I'm excited to hear more.
I have a very... How to address the issue of altitude...
Revelio. 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 Expelliarmus! Lumos! Revelio! Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. Revelio! Lumos! Revelio. Hogsmeade, here I come.
Ministry's good work if you can get it.
Brilliant.
No, I swear.
Revelio.
Worth his weight in galleons.
Go on then, show him to me.
I must
You're
have...
wasting my time. Ow!
No, I would never waste
You
your...
little rat.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Incendio! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! These Merlin trials won't get the best of me. Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Revelio. Revelio. Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Merlin himself would be proud.
How did you get on with those tasks?
Madam Kagawa. Yes, Professor.
If Black ever permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Pay attention to your wand work. Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world. There you go. Catching one quickly. But do continue to practice as long as you like. Kinesthesia is a powerful learning tool.
Revelio. Revelio. Levioso!